for some reason, but Mandalay Bay Convention Center here in Las Vegas, Nevada. The sun is finally out. We finally got some sun going on here. We have Eric over here. Eric, how's everything going?
It's been a day.
Special guest co-host.
It's been a day.
It has been a day, and we have. And keep in mind, subscribe. Check us out, like us on YouTube, and share. It's very nice to share, so please share on YouTube. On Stage Plus Production Company as well as here, making all this thing, making everything happen. And our next guest on Real Deal Sports Show is Nick Ferguson. How you doing this afternoon?
Oh, well, gentlemen, you're right. It's been an exciting day. You're here on Radio Row, and any and everyone in the world of sports and entertainment is always sliding through. You never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
And how was your season? How would you rate the season you had?
Well, I mean, the season is always interesting. I mean, anytime you can escape in the season with limited injuries, that's always a good sign.
Exactly. Overall team, I'm sorry, the team, once again, your team?
Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos. Good. With the Broncos, and the way you started out, and after that big blowout game, you guys seem to
Why
somehow...
you got to bring up the blowout
because everybody would recognize, that's that team. Okay.
So you want to throw that out there so everyone can remember that part. But remember now,
but I wanted to say that.
Run.
But that's it. That's why I wanted to say that. How did you guys go back to the drawing board and come back? And you guys were excellent the rest of the way, the second half of the season.
Well, anytime you're faced with adversity, as you guys know, sometimes you have to take a look in the mirror, right? And start looking within and say, okay, well, what can you do, not first as a team, but as an individual? And once you figure that out, now you get together with the other guys, and it's kind of a faith-based type of business. I mean, every player has their own personal faith and the man above, but it's always about having faith in the guy next to you.
Right.
And that's how you're able to get that done.
Absolutely. And you guys got it together, and you really was good most of the second half defensively.
Yeah, I mean,
the offense kind of struggled a little bit, but defensively, you guys, from where you started out, you came a long ways.
Well, yeah, I mean, the game of football, it's different than any other sport, and especially like golf. Like golf is an individual sport, and football, basketball, those are team-oriented sports. Yes. And sometimes you have to just kind of take a look in the mirror, like I said, lick your wounds and say, how can we move forward? And when you do that, I mean, you're able to change a lot of things.
Absolutely. And today you're here. What are you representing today?
Well, I'm here on behalf of Drug Free World. Me and the Hall of Fame running back Marshall Falk, we've been traveling around the cities and different places in the United States, preaching this point about there is a way to have a drug-free environment.
Yes.
And it first starts with acknowledging that, hey, there are some dangers out there. How can we educate kids on this information and put it in words and terms that they can understand? I mean, we have a problem in this country with drugs. Fentanyl is one of the top drugs right out there now, and it's something, when you look at the political campaign, that's coming up.
Yes.
What are we going to do about the fentanyl problem? And what we're trying to do with Drug Free World is just give the information so these kids can arm themselves so they can go out and make quality decisions.
Well, that's what's needed, quality decisions.
Yes.
Quality. Eric, do you have a question?
So when it comes to the whole drug, do you also go into the aspects of abusing prescription drugs?
Well, yeah, all of it is involved. Like, if you look inside this packet, and here's the magnificent thing about this particular packet. When you go inside, you have all these individual booklets, and all these booklets go over most of the drugs, painkillers, ecstasy, all of those things that are affecting kids, because we know even in our hip-hop culture, drugs are even glorified through the music.
Yeah.
And kids think, okay, well, because some rapper is talking about it, then that makes it easier for kids to actually overindulge in it. And we know that's all it takes.
Yes.
You know, with fentanyl, all it takes is one time.
One time,
and that can end your life. But with kids having this information, you hope that they understand the gravity of it and they make quality decisions.
Great. And how are you reaching the kids? How's the foundation, Drug Free World? How are you reaching to the kids?
Well, one thing is we come to events like this, and we have the opportunity where you guys give us your platform to kind of mention this to kids, but also through football camps.
Oh, okay.
There are a lot of football camps that take place during the summer, and Roquan Smith, who plays with the Baltimore Ravens, he was one of those guys who had Drug Free World come out and participate at his camp. And here's the thing about this particular campaign. It seems as though someone will have to pay for this, right? But this program is offered for free.
Really?
For anyone who wants it, it is offered for free. And through donations, we're able to deliver it that way and offer it to the community.
So with that, like, what's the core demographic you guys are really going after and trying to educate them and prevent them from continuing the trend?
Well, to be totally honest, there is no target demographic. The idea is that we want every kid to be able to use this, no matter what socioeconomic background you come from. And I know for me, the reason I got involved with it, because growing up in Miami, over town where I grew up, there were a lot of individuals in my family who were using and selling drugs. So this is a way of kind of being able to give back. But this is a program that crosses every spectrum and every barrier of race and socioeconomic background. But once again, it's educating kids to make them make the proper decision. And I'll tell you this, I always tell kids, I know in school we are pressured to be a part of a group.
Yeah.
And sometimes that peer pressure can be overwhelming and force you down this particular road. But my message is, it's cool to be uncool. Right?
Okay.
It's cool to be uncool.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't considered a cool kid in high school because, I mean, I didn't use any drugs.
Right.
But I'm still cool in my own right because I didn't have to fit inside a group.
Well, that's good. That's very good. And once again, how can people reach you and reach the program?
Well, you can follow me at NickFerguson_25 on social media. Also, you can go to www.drugfreeworld.com. Get the information, log on, get educated, take this information out into the world and just try to save some of these kids.
Absolutely. Do the best to save people lives, especially these young people out here that's dabbling and trying different things and want to experience things in the whole 9 yards, definitely. And last but not least, next year, are you a free agent or are you still signed? Are you with the team for next season for the Broncos?
No, I'm with them.
You're with them. You'll be with them for next season.
We just need to make some changes as far as personnel, but yeah, at some point soon, hopefully, real soon, you'll hear about the Broncos being in another Super Bowl.
Yeah, your defense coordinator did a hell of a job getting you guys back together.
I love Vance. Vance did a great job.
Yeah, and Vance still there?
Vance is still there.
Yeah, oh good. He needs to still be there because he did a fantastic job. I hope he get a head coaching opportunity too.
Well, the only way you get a head coaching job, your team has to be in a situation where we see San Francisco and Kansas City in order for that to happen.
Absolutely. Or in the championship game because you got a team like the Ravens. I mean, they took about 5 people off their staff a couple. I couldn't believe that, but they were good enough to get there, but they obviously they didn't get over the hump. They didn't get over the hump, but they like their coaches.
Yeah, but that's what happens when your team starts to win games. Your roster and your coaches are now taken away from you.
There you go. Well, all right. Well, Nick Ferguson, thank you so much for coming on Real Deal Sports Show.
Thank you.
And we're going to keep an eye on you during the season. Also, keep an eye on drugfreeworld.org. Drugfreeworld.org. Real Deal Sports Show. YouTube. Check us out. Like us. Subscribe to the show. Thank you so much.